but only so many things fit in the air fryer basket. So that doesn't exactly work out that way. So it's better that we get to spend time doing this. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Okay, so 1 carrot, nice and peeled. And we just peel all around. Peel the carrots so that we get the skin off. And we take care of everything. And then we're gonna cut these carrots and roast them. Oh, okay, so this weekend, I'm not sure about y'all, but I had pretty good weekend, or pretty good, well, today was good too, but like yesterday, I think I like scraped off part of my nail, but it didn't hurt. My nail just looks funny now. Anyway, yesterday I got to use my friend's knife because we were prepping some food for a party, or rather, I was cooking the food during the party because I couldn't prep it before. It wasn't great, but it was fine because I still had fun. Hey, Tommy! So they have the new trailer for the 2023 game and of Just Dance, and they have online multiplayer. See, I don't get it. Didn't they already have that international, what's it called? Like that version where you could like dance with players all around the world? Uh-oh, shoot. I also feel like internet connectivity would be... Well, I guess like there are other games that require more precise and fast internet connection than Just Dance. So it wouldn't really be the end of the world if everybody is if everybody's not like on the same exact step, right? All right, beautiful. We have all the carrot peeled. Put our waste bag back in the freezer and get a knife. So I got to use my friend's very nice knife. He's like, it's $200. Knives are very important to him. So yeah, but now I get to use my $60 knife, which actually is fine, but the way, now I know, like the way that the handle for his knife is, I really like that instead of mine, because it was like a wooden handle. It was like an octagonal shape, and this is not. This is like a normal handle for a knife, I think, but it doesn't feel as good. So now I know I want a knife with a handle like that. All right, carrot waste. Ooh, ah. Yes. Oh, you can do private lobbies. How interesting. All right, I'm gonna cut carrots. This thing. I guess it doesn't really matter like how I cut it because it's all gonna get blended together. As long as it all has an equal amount of surface area to like get so-called roasted, then we should be good. So did they say when the game is gonna be released, Tommy? I imagine quite soon because, oh dear, why is this carrot so hard to cut? I imagine they're gonna release it quite soon because they have like, oh, is my water boiling yet? Not yet, not quite boiling, but lots of condensation at least. If I remember correctly, the games were getting released like at the end of the previous year that they were issued, if that makes sense. Or maybe I'm thinking of Cars. It might be Cars I'm thinking of, where it's like here, like this year's 2022. So if they released a model for a car upcoming, then it would be the 2023 model. And by upcoming, I mean like let's say December or November of 2022, they'd release the 2023 model of that vehicle. Anyway, Tommy, besides that, how was your weekend? Mine was good. Got to hang out with friends. I got to like reset because this last week was just super stressful for me. But it'll be good because I'll be able to start the week refreshed. So, plus it'll be like a regular week, if that makes sense. Like, it won't have been a holiday, and it won't have been like a week where I didn't previously work. The last 3 weeks have been weird because I was like on vacation, then I was on a business trip, then it was a 3-day weekend. All these things piling up. Okay. I think my water is boiling. Perfect timing. So this carrot stuff we're going to be using soon. My water is boiling, so I'm going to grab my chicken. I have some raw chicken in this container. I'm going to drain it. It has water in it so I can get it to defrost faster. So we're going to drain the water. Lovely. Okay. Place our lovely chicken breasts in there. And say, hey Google, set timer 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Hey Google, timer 12 minutes.
12 minutes, and that's starting now.
This is odd. I do not know why it stopped here. Okay, there we go. Then we will add salt to help flavor the chicken. Hopefully that actually dissolves. I did not think about how that would work out. What am I cooking today? I'm gonna use the spatula. I was trying to pick the tool that best fits the situation with our cooking, so I don't have to wash more or use more utensils than I have to. Okay. Great. So I'll put that lid on, let it come back to a boil. I'm actually going to wash this container because I should be able to use it for everything else that we are cooking today. So, forgive me, my back is going to be towards you, but I will do that. I see someone else in the chat. Hey, Ann. Oh, hey, DJ Marmar. Thank you so much for the 4 years. Wow. 48 months subscribed. Jeesh. That's crazy. It is, but it's here. You're out? Oh, gosh. Well, I hope you're having a good time out. And, oh, you made the tomato sandwich, Tommy? Delicious. I'm so glad. I think what makes that really important is that the good ingredients, like having good bread and good tomatoes, will make the rest of it good. Speaking of good ingredients, one of the things that I did yesterday, so it was my friend's birthday, and his girlfriend planned a charcuterie and tapas night for us to enjoy. And what else was important about that? For the charcuterie and the tapas, how do I say it? There was like there were 2 tapas I suggested, and both of them said that although the ingredients are very simple, the items that you use, like the base items, need to be very high quality so that everything tastes good. And I thought, oh gosh, well, high quality usually ends up meaning more expensive. But it ended up being my friend who bought everything, which I feel bad. So hopefully she's like, hey, everybody, please contribute X amount of dollars. But other than that, we bought like this canned tuna that came from Spain, and it was like an oil. We bought like the tapas that I had suggested were this basically it was like a tuna salad with like it was on like a crostini, and on top of it was a red bell pepper, roasted red bell pepper, and that was very good. I very much enjoyed that. I took home some of the pasta salad, the tuna salad, and then ate that on bread this morning. Let's see, and then also like a garlic shrimp, but it was like cooking the shrimp in sous vide style, so it had the perfect texture. And then on top of that, the flavor was like olive oil, lots of garlic, sherry wine, sherry vinegar, and then smoked paprika. Very delicious. So those things, they were, I don't know if necessarily the stuff in the garlic shrimp was like high quality, except maybe the olive oil, because I don't know if you can do like high quality garlic or high quality shrimp. But for the shrimp, I did choose to get, I'm going to lower the, I don't want to like have this absolutely rolling boil, because if I do, then the chicken will like overcook on the outside. Preferably, I would have used a different cooking method, but this is the one that uses the least amount of dishes today. So, when you're buying shrimp at like a grocery store, unless you are somewhere like on a coast, which then you're probably not buying your seafood from a grocery store, then they will have frozen the shrimp so that they could transport it there better, and then they'll defrost it. But then you don't know when the shrimp is defrosted, so you don't necessarily know the quality of it. So we opted for buying fresh shrimp, then just running it under water to defrost it really quickly. Then that was great. The other tapas was good. And we had like a charcuterie board. I didn't end up eating much of it, but that's okay, because I wasn't really hungry as I was like cooking. Because what ended up happening is our timing was a little off, I think, but I think it's because we were just like all enjoying each other's time too much. We went to the grocery store and then we're there for like 2 hours, I believe. It was very difficult. Like there were so many things that my friend and I were getting. So it was just like a lot. I don't think it would have taken us any less time. On top of it, I wasn't very familiar with the layout of this store. So then it was like, where do we go for these things? Do we have to go back? Stuff like that. And then we had to like ask for help. There was so we needed fresh rosemary. And for the rosemary, they have it in like those little plastic boxes that they sell it in. And the rosemary was like too far back for us to reach. So then there was someone restocking those herbs. And then so I waited for him to finish restocking what he did have, and then asked him if he had any rosemary in his cart. He did not. He looked up and was like, where's the rosemary? Oh, there. And he realized it was in the far back, because we could see it, but we couldn't reach it. So he went to get his ladder, and I was like, oh no, here we go. Because he was like the same height as us. So then he grabs the ladder as he's setting up. He's like, how many do you want? And I'm like, I feel like now I have to ask for all of them. But I didn't. But I told him that. I was like, I feel like I got to ask for everything. But I just needed one. Got one. So there was that. Picking different cheeses. Trying to find sherry wine, but like not realizing where it was, because we were like, wait, like these are all organized in a certain way, but like where? Like where are these things? We weren't totally sure. But we ended up finding almost everything we needed. And I think we like just decided not to get certain things, and that was totally fine because there was so much food. It was great though. Because I think even if we had planned it so that we had all the food out at the same time, because I didn't have the tapas ready until like an hour or so after people got there, then I don't know if they would have eaten it all, because there was like other food that my friend's mom had made. So there was that. Yeah. The sweat pouring down. All right. So we have our air fryer thing still going. I'm just going to take off this guy. Ooh, the tops here are toasty. Like they were actually getting fried in a thing. It's awesome. Fried in an oven. Okay, so I'm just gonna toss it around. Put the lid back on. Let it go for its last 5 minutes. And then we can take that out and put the carrots in. So I have in here, what else? Boil the chicken. Great. We have a timer for that. We wash the carrots and cut them into smaller pieces. Excellent. We'll put those in the air fryer in a hot minute. We'll take the cauliflower out. We already did this. Wash things. Okay, perfect. So we got to wash like other vegetables now. Let me go ahead and clean this so that we can use it to store stuff. Thinking about where I can put all of this once it is done cooking. Because, oh, you know what? Never mind. I know where to put it. Because I have to, basically I have to like blend the roasted vegetables together. And Tommy, that's, to answer your question, that is what makes the mac and cheese so special, because it's going to be made with a cheese sauce, but the sauce is not primarily cheese. It is going to be primarily vegetables. It's going to be roasted carrots, roasted cauliflower. There is going to be some pasta water, some milk still, and cheese. There is still going to be cheese, but not a lot of it. Not as much as you would think there needs to be for making this, because there will be other ingredients. So we get some servings of vegetables in our pasta, and it'll be amazing. But I will also take this broccoli and I'll cut it up and put it on top. And we will have chicken in that mac and cheese. So there's a lot going on there. Okay, so what I'll do, I have to like immersion blend the sauce together, because my blender is not, my my air fryer is like, you gotta turn the food. I'm thinking, no, I don't. Shush, shush, shush. You're too annoying. Okay, great. It's saying at the last 3 minutes, turn the food. I don't understand. I thought it should have been like halfway through, but whatever. It works out. So when those, I figured out what I could do instead of putting the vegetables in the blender that won't fit, and that means I will be doing like batches of things, which I do not want. I will instead just put all the ingredients in this large bowl and then immersion blend it, and it'll be awesome. So I will save this for the roasted cauliflower. Then when the carrots are done, we'll put in the roasted carrots, and then the other ingredients. I suppose I could put the other ingredients in right now, but I don't want to put like, I could put cheese in there, milk. I could put cheese and milk, but then what happens is if you have wet, it's kind of like filling a cup of water with ice, then the ice will make the water splash, right? So you don't want to add solid things into a liquid, because it will probably make it splash. So we'll put all our solid things first, then add our liquid, and it'll be much easier on our lives. So we got a couple minutes left on that. Let's see. I have the other things written down, but I can't really like work on them yet. Maybe I can just take stuff out of the fridge. For example, stop. All right. What temperature do we want chicken to be at in order to be cooked all the way through? And will my thermometer light or turn on? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I like that it says on here what we need to do. So, 165 Fahrenheit is cooked. We're at 155. I think that's the big chicken breast, so that one's good. Then this one's probably good. Oh yeah, that one's 170 something. Perfect! Thinking, what is this going to be used for again? I don't remember. But what I will do is I'm going to take this lid. Actually, that might be a bad idea. I'm like wondering if it'll warp with the heat, but I think it'll be okay because it snaps close. Or maybe I really should put it in there. I guess I'll put it in here. I'll stab it with my thermometer and take it out. Just drain that lovely water out. Excellent. And then I'll leave that to chill. Now I will, even though there's like bits floating around, it's okay. Definitely okay. I will not put any food on the lid unless it's cold. I'm going to reboil the water and then I'm going to take out the pasta. The large elbows is what we bought. And you heard that sound? That means my cauliflower is done. Wow, it is impressively roasted. And surprisingly, I didn't have to, what is that thing called? I didn't have to, like place them in a single layer because they still got roasted. So I think next time I'm not going to worry about how much I put in there. I'm just going to let it go and trust the process. Gotta make sure I pour it in there though properly. Excellent. Okay. Would you look at that? Just want it to work. Okay. There we go. With the new update to OBS, it's not like working the way I want it to. So there we go. Our beautifully roasted cauliflower. I don't even have to turn on my oven for that. Can you believe it? I actually can't really believe it. Okay. So we only want 12 ounces of macaroni. I have here 16 ounces because it's kind of like buying like hot dogs, you know, at buying hot dogs at the grocery store. Hot dogs and hot dog buns. You want like, you only get 6 hot dogs, but you get 8 hot dog buns, something like that. Okay, let's see how much that is. It's 8.6 ounces. 11.4. 11.8. 12 ounces. Beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, there we go. We don't need the rest tonight. So I will close this up as well. Preferred that, I would have preferred not to like, I would have preferred to seal it, but that's okay. I can live with this. Excellent, okay. Gonna mix this up so it doesn't get stuck at the bottom. Good. Okay, now we're going to take our carrots, drop them in here. There's so few carrots, but that's what the recipe says. Where's the spray? All the way over here. Okay. So we'll spray that up. I will mix it by grabbing this thing. Spray it again. Mix it again. Then I will also add salt and pepper. Wrong side. So, Sheesh. Okay, drop everything, of course. So that's exactly what I want to do. I feel like there are so few ingredients in this. That's okay. Should work out still. Oh dear. There we go. Air fry, 20 minutes. Let's go. Do this again. Gonna mix the pasta once more. Hey, Gum Rabbit, what's up? How you doing? I am spilling pasta water. I am boiling large elbow macaroni, in fact, because that is, I have learned, the best type of elbow macaroni. Not little, not medium size, large size. It just makes the eating of the macaroni so much more fun. So I have that, and I am going to be using the pasta water as well, so I got to save some of that once it's done. And I have some roasted cauliflower. It smells super good. It was super easy to do because it was just frozen. But if I was going to eat some cauliflower, like, this would not be enough. It looks like maybe like 1.5 servings to eat. But anyway, so what are we gonna do now? We get to work on our vegetables. So we're gonna take the lettuce out. Oh my gosh, the lettuce is cold. I love it. Can I use it like an ice pack? Like the bag of lettuce? Wow, that feels so good. Because it's so warm. So relaxing. For a moment it was shocking, but it was, after that, my skin is like, yes, give me the coolness. So this reminds me, when I was on my business trip, I used the bathtub to like take a bath instead of a shower. And I had been running super hot, like the hottest water they could have, and it was very hot. Like, I could not handle it with my hands or my feet. So I started running cold water. And the water was cold, but it wasn't like freezing cold, but it was such a difference in temperature for my skin when I was like feeling it. Like my hands, it was actually, maybe even my hands, I was freaked out, but my feet for sure. When I like put my foot under the faucet, like for the cold water, I like pulled my foot back, like I jerked it away because my foot was shocked by the temperature. But I couldn't tell what temperature it was. Like, I couldn't tell that it wasn't, it was cold, but my skin was like, no, it's hot. Because it was like, I don't know, it was just freaked out. My senses were like all confused. So I like didn't take that actual bath for a while because I was like, is my body going to be able to handle this temperature? In the end, yes, I was able to. And then I watched like a Korean drama on my phone while I was taking a bath, and it was super relaxing. Okay, so I have this from last week, and then I have this new one from this week, and I'm just going to go ahead and take the leaves off and start washing it. What is the sauce? The sauce is going to be roasted cauliflower, roasted carrots, some pasta water, milk, and a little bit of cheese. Little bit as in comparable to the dish, there is a little bit. And that is the sauce. It is supposed to be a cheese sauce, and we are going to go with it. Or it's some kind of sauce. Okay. So I didn't figure out how I was going to do this, because usually I let it drain. Oh, what's that? Okay. I need my salad spinner. I'm gonna wash the greens and then put them in this strainer to drain the extra water. And then we will spin it so that we dry off the extra water so that it doesn't go bad in the fridge. I feel like doing this with my time is probably comparable to like buying the pre-cut salad greens, but I feel like it just costs it seems like it just costs so much money. Plus then I sometimes don't end up eating it all, you know? But I found, at least last week, when I had cut up the greens myself, I ate them all. So that was pretty good. Is that enough? Even though I'm gonna salad spin the water out, you want to take out like some of the water here. Uh-oh. Did I set a timer for my noodles? Hey Google, do I have any timers?
No, you don't
Oops.
have any timers set at the moment.
Yikes. Well, how much time has passed there? At least 4 minutes. And I feel like, let's set like, how much time is this to be like? I think it's usually like 12 minutes for this thing. So let's set like 3 minutes, see what that pasta texture is like, and we'll go from there. Whoopsies. I should have paid better attention. Okay. So we'll spin our salad. Or try to at least. Can't even close the lid. It's quite satisfying to be able to like take the excess water off of salad greens like this. Oops. Then what I can do is hand tear these greens and put it in my salad container that I saved. It was from like a Caesar salad from Costco, and I have saved the container for it because it just fits so well in my fridge. And it fits the amount of salad greens, or the salad greens I want. Since this lettuce is like a week old, it has a little bit of parts that are not good, but it's like very small amounts. Sometimes I just let vegetables like go, and then I still want to use them, but I have to pick off a lot of bad parts, and it makes me very frustrated because I'm like, man, I'm just basically like whittling down the vegetables to nothing. But in this case, there's a lot of good parts to it, so that is awesome. It's kind of like when you peel a potato and then you have like the little spots in the potato that you want to like tear off or like take off. But sometimes there's like a lot to them, and so it feels like you're paring down the potato a lot. It usually depends on how old that potato is. My experience, the potatoes don't keep that long. So I don't know how people like, I don't know how long potatoes are supposed to store, but I feel like for me, they do not store long or well whatsoever. Okay, let's see. I have like 30 seconds left on that. I'm just gonna check on this. It's gonna be difficult to test the, you remember when it had a face? Absolutely. I do have one I haven't used yet, but I have not had the guts to use it because it's my last one and they don't sell it anymore at the place where I bought it. So for me, testing out, oh god, okay, I'm gonna use like a fork. Testing out macaroni is very difficult. You know, I'm gonna use a spoon. It's very difficult because there's water that remains inside the noodles, and so then it's like too hot. It's too hot. I'm just gonna like run water under it, and hopefully that'll prevent me from getting burned. I'm like squeezing the water out of it. It has flavor too. You know why? Because I cooked chicken in that water and I added a lot of salt. All right, I'm looking in the pantry for something I don't need. I need instead to take out 2 cups of water and put it in this lovely gigantic pitcher. It's a collector's item. That's true. Yeah, maybe I should just leave it as is. So I need 2 cups of this lovely, lovely water. Assuming I can even grab it and not get any pasta in there. This water is most definitely going to be starchy. I got a pasta noodle in there. Let's take the pasta noodle out. Okay, nice. All right, that means we can drain. Well, I'm kind of worried about that. I can drain the rest of the water, but I'm like worried that I'm gonna need some of it. So I will take out like, I'll say this is 3/4 of a cup. I will take out like 3/4 of a cup of water. Just like let it chill there. I can see that the water is like yellowish, kind of thick. There is probably like some fat there because it cooked in like chicken water basically. So there is that, but I will go ahead and drain it. I'm gonna use the little top over here. Put that on. And we're gonna let it drain. Goodbye, pasta water. You will be missed. But not really, because I already used some of it. I think there's still some pasta water in here, but just one more drain. Alright, I think we're good. We'll just let the rest like evaporate away. Lovely. Alright. The nice thing about this pot, it has like this built-in like top, well, it's not built in, it's an attachment you can add to help drain your water. Whew, okay. So now I am going to check on my carrots. They look like French fries. That's how, oh shoot, one of my fries fell between. Uh-oh, I've made a grave mistake here. Hold on. I need my fork. Oh, I have a spoon. That works. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I've made a mistake with things. I gotta clear stuff out first. This here. Take this out of the way, put it there. I dropped like a carrot in between the inner lining, and while I don't think that's the end of the world, I don't think it's gonna make it easy to cook anything. Just wanna grab that one carrot. Excellent. Now, again, put this back on. There we go. We have 10 minutes left on that. To be honest, I don't even think we need the 10 minutes. I'm gonna lower it down to 5 or 6. 5, there we go. 5 minutes. I will put this over here and I will keep working on my salad greens because I need to wash them and drain them. there are like a bunch of other vegetables to cut up, and I did make that mistake last week. So what I did last week is I like washed and cut a bunch of lettuce greens, but I didn't take the time to prepare the other toppings, so I didn't eat them all. So I had like tomatoes, I had cucumber, but I have 2 more tomatoes, and I will figure out something to do with those. But I have the cucumber, and I'm going to use it in this week's salad instead. Hi, Guy. What's up? How you doing? What is it special? Yeah, it's the sauce. It's the sauce that's going to have vegetables in it, and not as much cheese. So there is technically cheese, and there is technically macaroni, but it would probably be safer to say we're going to call it a... Oh, wow, this is some limp lettuce. What the heck? How old is this lettuce? I just bought this lettuce, and it's like more limp than the lettuce I've had for a week. How odd. Okay. Alrighty. More spinning of the salad. This one has like not good leaves. Take that off. And we spin. Or we try to spin at least. Veggie Mac? Excuse me, Marmar. I do not appreciate your face that you're making. I'm sure it's going to be tasty. Probably salad spinning on the cutting board that's not stable isn't going to help anything. I guess so, but we're going to like blend it all up so you won't be able to tell there's vegetables exactly. I would do my work over there, but there's too much going on. I will not transfer anything. I will just use up this counter space as I can. That way, when I'm done with it, I don't have to move it. Oh, this one has a bad salad leaf. I can instantly tell like which of these leaves is from the new batch and the old batch. And the old batch is the one that has crisper leaves. What the heck? Okay. Hopefully it won't really impact the actual like salad itself. These greens are a carrier for everything else we are working on or putting in it. So it's fine, it's fine. Hydration is better than the age of the greens. I suppose so, yeah. They probably were better hydrated in Costco, or the ones that got to Costco. Alright, take off some leafaroonies from this. I've read this before, but I wasn't sure if it actually could be possible, at least where I live, because now there's a heat wave. Can't you keep like this part of the lettuce, right, like the base, and then let it grow into a new head of lettuce? I feel like that's how it works, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, this one actually feels good. So maybe it was just that other head of lettuce that was not in great condition. Oh, the center of this one's like messed up. All right, our carrots are donezo. We'll actually be like done with the mac and cheese before I know it. That's shocking. Okay. I think I give it one more. You know what? I won't. I will clean this up. So we're going to spin it. Now you want to make macaroni salad, so I want to say I don't like macaroni salad, but that's a lie because when I go to like a Hawaiian, when I go to a Hawaiian restaurant, I really like eating the macaroni salad. Although it's like, to me, mostly like something cool and different to eat. Like cool as in like temperature cool, and then different to eat compared to like all the meat and rice. But it doesn't have like as much flavor as the other stuff on the plate. But I guess it could be considered like a it can be considered like a palate cleanser. That's how I see the macaroni salad in Hawaiian food. Alright, I'm just inspecting this lettuce because I feel like I randomly, like, as I'm doing this artisanal hand tearing of my lettuce, I am finding like random like dark spots on the lettuce. So these lettuce greens, by the way, they are not going in our macaroni. This is just a different salad, or this is a salad, rather. And it is, I don't know if I can fit any more greens in there. I don't want to overfill the container. Even though I like to overfill containers, I don't necessarily want to. Works for celery, but not sure about leafy greens. You can regrow romaine as well. Oh yeah, this is romaine lettuce, but how do I say it? I don't know about, like, I've seen a video where they were able to do it for like, oh shoot, I dropped my lettuce. They were able to do it for like butter lettuce leaves, and that seemed pretty cool. Okay, take this off. Wow, that's roasted. Don't want this to fall over. Okay, that's good. I want to show you what I mean by these look like fries. There's like one stuck in there. It's okay. It's a little burnt anyway. You can see here that these carrots are like really dried out, really roasted looking. That's good. Okay, we can basically make our cheese sauce right now. Before I make it, I'm going to cut up the chicken that goes with all of this because that is important. Let's switch back. Go here. I don't need a spoon right now. That is for tasting. But I will put this lid on. And we're just going to chop this up small because it's going to go in our... Doesn't look overcooked. Since this was like from frozen, it might not have like a great texture on the outside. So I was spoiled this weekend and used my friend's $200 knife to do meal prep, or not meal prep, but to do prep for the weekend's like festivities, and it was so beautiful to use. It was very satisfying. To be fair, he probably also keeps his knives like much sharper than I do. So it might, even if I owned such an expensive knife, I don't know if it would work out for me because I am not like great at keeping things sharp. Like I have a knife sharpener, like a whetstone, but yeah, I don't know. Texture is fine, and it has taste, so that means I salted the water enough when it was cooking. Oh, good. You're right, Guy. Sharpening knives is everything. Very important in the kitchen to have a sharp knife. I've realized that more and more in my life because if I'm like somewhere else and using someone else's knives, like in an Airbnb or where else would I be using knives? Like at a friend's place and their knives are not sharp, it's like, why? You know? Okay. I'm running out of like room for all the chicken, so just putting it in here as I cut it. Yes, 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 yes. Little chicken pieces. So this is gonna go in our mac and cheese. So there's like a lot to this mac and cheese, right? It's like, it's more than meets the eye, right? There's gonna be chicken pieces. There's gonna be like a vegetable cheese sauce. And then there's gonna be like visible vegetables because I'm gonna put that broccoli in there. And there's gonna be macaroni. That's like a normal expected thing. I think the macaroni is like the only thing that's gonna be like expected about this sauce or this dish. Oh, something that I was pretty happy about this weekend. I mean, there were like multiple things I was happy about, but one of the things that made me proud, which is not something I like expected to feel this weekend, I guess, but anyway, something I was proud of was that when I was prepping, my friends were watching me, and then my friend who owns the knife was like, "Oh, so that's how you're supposed to use it." I was like weirded out by that statement until he explained that he doesn't cut that fast. Like, it seemed that my knife skills were like good. Oh my gosh, I just want to check if like you can see my sweat. I like feel it running down my neck. Anyway, he was like impressed with my knife skills, and I was like very happy with that. Okay, so we have chicken or pasta. We have this stuff, which is pasta water, carrots, and cauliflower. We are going to add some other things in there, like milk. Do they grip the knife the right way? So you know what's funny? I grip the knife different with his knife than I do with mine, because I've seen like if you get more experienced, you should like put your forefinger like here on the knife so you have more control. But it feels very unnatural with this knife for me. But when I held his knife, I was like, oh, this feels right. But it is built differently. It looks completely different than this. So there is that. But yeah, other than that, it was funny. Let's see. I need to add. I just need to double check the recipe. 360 grams of milk. This is whole milk instead of the other kind of milk, but that's okay. I like that he has the measurement in weight, because that way I can just weigh it instead of dirtying another utensil. 360 grams of milk. Hopefully I don't use all this milk. $168 grams milk. There's like very little in here. I have more milk, but I need cheese. That's an important ingredient. I just have this pre-shredded sharp cheddar. I don't need the scale really anymore for this. We will add the majority of this. So we will top the rest with cheese. This probably a reasonable amount to keep. Okay, great. I add everything. We are going to, let's see. We're going to add some spices there too. But before that, let me just make sure I have everything else, which is water, milk, cheese, and vegetables. Great. This is a Victorinox knife, and I do like it, but now I've been spoiled by that $200 knife. So I just got to make sure I sharpen it. It probably needs better sharpening than what I have done. So, blender. We need the blender. We need this guy. And we need to grab like the thing to actually turn on the blender, or like the main blender part. Yes, immersion blender. I didn't realize I would need it this weekend. Like at my friend's place, I mean. When we were prepping, I sent that recipe, but I didn't read that recipe. I read the other recipe. For some reason, I didn't read the other one. So I felt so bad because I was like, oh, we need this. And so we just did, we were supposed to make an aioli, and I didn't, oops, oh, almost dropped my extra garlic powder in the cat water. Let's see, I need mustard powder. Anyway, just like, make sure this is not all stuck. Do I need anything else? Mustard powder. Should we add anything else to this? Maybe garlic powder? Nutmeg, someone said. I don't think I have any nutmeg. So let's add some smoked paprika. Sure, that'll make it taste great. And then we'll add some mustard powder. I don't actually know how the mustard powder changes the taste. I just know commonly in when I'm making like a sauce like this, like a cheese sauce, it says like add nutmeg and mustard powder. Oh, that's really nice that you bought your dad a $200 knife. Is that something like he would commonly, I mean, I'd hope so because it's a gift. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and blend this. I don't think it's loud, but let's turn it to the first setting. I'm going to make it more powerful. Let's change the camera. Oh, you come from a cooking family. Got it, got it. There we go. So this is a mixture of pasta water, cauliflower, shredded cheese, let's see, carrots, our seasonings, ugh. The carrot in this is really, I really gotta make sure this blends up. I might actually run this through the blender. Hold on. Let me put down something on the stove so it doesn't keep like, there we go. It's not as loud. Blend, damn you. There's like a piece of carrot in here, like, I will not blend. I want to make you smooth. It's very chunky right now, and it looks like it's made of vegetables, which is what I don't want it to look like. So chunky. What the heck? I don't like it. Hey Jane, is it cozy? Does it look cozy right now? Oh man, it's so chunky. Gosh, okay. So I don't know what that taste is. I wouldn't call it tasting like cheese. But I'm going to go ahead and add some salt to it. And add some pepper. And hope that will allow me to make sense of what I'm tasting. I think it's probably like the taste of vegetables. And it's very apparent that it's vegetables. So, more vegetable-y than I was going for. Maybe I should add more pasta water. I don't know if that'll make a difference. Oh, never let the blender blade go above the liquid that you're blending, because then you get a mess. Maybe it's just like, because on the sides of the glass, it looks smooth. Maybe it's just the top, but that also doesn't really make sense. Like maybe just the glass makes it look smooth. Okay, adding more seasoning like salt and pepper did make a big difference. I am off-put by the chunkiness of it though. I like the color, but I don't like the texture. But maybe it doesn't matter because we're gonna have chicken, we're gonna have macaroni, we're gonna have pieces of broccoli. So it might not be worth like trying to blend this anymore because I don't think it's really gonna change more. Like I don't think it's gonna get smoother. I also sincerely believe putting it in the blender is not gonna make a difference because the immersion blender honestly has like a similar blade to my blender. So I don't know if like doing this, even though I just said I don't need to do it anymore, I go ahead and keep doing it. Yes, it is very hot. I am like, there's sweat, a lot of sweat dripping down my face. It's very uncomfortable, but it is actually cooler today than it has been in other days. Oh man, okay, well, you know what, I'll just go with this. And I don't really want to wash my blender, so I'm not really like inclined to use it. So what I'll do, what I'm supposed to do, is I'm supposed to put this in a 9x13 baking sheet, baking 9x13 like baking pan, because if it's a sheet then it's too flat, it'll get everywhere. So we put it in that size container, like a casserole dish. We add, our ingredients, and then we put it in the oven to let the sauce thicken, which it looks pretty thick, and then put more cheese on top to melt. I don't really want to do that because I have to turn on the oven. I was thinking about it, but considering how I'm feeling right now, that's probably a terrible idea. And by how I'm feeling, I mean how my body is sweating so much. So what I'll do instead is I'll just mix it all in this lovely container. And if it feels like it needs to be thickened, I'll just turn the stove on. And we will go from there. I'll put this thing away. How is, are you staying cool, Jane? I don't actually know what the temperature is like in NorCal, but I am hoping it is not anything like ours over here. Because it's funny because I was calling like a coworker in Virginia the other day, and then I asked her, how's the weather over there? Or I think she brought it first, I don't know. But we talked about the weather briefly, and then I asked her how it was over there, and she's like, you do not want to know. And I laughed really hard because I thought she meant it was bad weather. No, she meant it's beautiful weather. She said it reminded her of California because she used to live here too. So I was like, wow, that's cool. And it's not like I didn't want to know that. I wasn't going to dislike her for telling me that. It was just funny because she thought I would dislike hearing it, but it's totally fine. Plus, ooh, it's a lot of cheese sauce. Yep, it is not any, it kind of looks like, what is the texture? Carrot cake batter. It looks like the greeniness is like carrot cake batter. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'll mix this first, then I'll mix the chicken in. Because my macaroni has stuck together. It's like one solid mass of macaroni, actually. Oh, there we go. I got under it. Yes. Thank goodness for a flexible spatula. Yes. Macaroni breakup. Yes, good, yes. Yes, good. It's making sounds like macaroni and cheese would, so that's promising. Yes. Now we add a bunch of chicken. I don't know how much this chicken weighs. I kind of want to know how much chicken I'm putting in everything. Don't. Why did I just pick up like a container of chicken, like a flexible cutting board's worth of chicken, mind you. Why did I decide to do that? Because I like to make messes. Did you know that I like to make messes? Whew. You've been flexing on your LA Cokers by talking about 60-degree highs. That's mean. That's not flexing. Anyway, let's measure this in ounces. It's hard to like. I don't need this pasta on anymore, so just dump it then. Okay, so this is, wait, I hate this, 19.5 ounces. Nice. That's a lot of chicken, actually. There's so many things in the way. Okay. There's also like a lettuce leaf like on the floor. Like I just dropped it and I've left it there ever since. I think it's been like 10 minutes now. Okay. Yes, good. There's a lot of other things I have to prep. Feels like I'm done with the night though, and maybe I should just stop here. But I can't. I have other things I want to prep. So now we have added, I can't imagine this weighs like that much. But yeah, it only weighs 2 ounces. So really that's 17.5 ounces of chicken we've just added. So that's awesome. Now that it's all mixed in, I would say in fact that this sauce is too thick because it's not coating. It's not coating the macaroni very well, but it's okay. I'm gonna give it a taste. Where's my spoon? Where's my tasting spoon? It's over there. I don't want to get any more. Grab this. I can tell I'm eating fake sauce. Fake cheese sauce. I think it's gonna take some like hot sauce for me to, oh my gosh, I just wiped my neck and my chin. This is the result. It's really weird for me right now because I don't feel very hot, and that's the weird thing. But obviously my body says, no, you are probably overheating. So that is a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put some hot sauce. Always shake your hot sauce bottle, or really any sauce bottle, because then I have made the mistake of, like, especially for my ketchup or mustard, and then like I squirt, that sauce on my plate, then it will be just liquid that comes out, like a yellow liquid for mustard, and then the red liquid, pinkish liquid for ketchup. And I'm like, no, I should have mixed it, or I should have shaken it together. All right, some dots of sriracha. Unfortunately, what I have done is I have masked the taste of vegetable, and I'm gonna have to say it was 100% needed. That like the taste comes across too well, and I think it's due to a couple things. Like, one, this cheese is not like that good tasting. It's like a pre-shredded cheddar, so it's not gonna be that tasty anyway. Two, probably would have helped if I could have like used a high power blender to make this sauce actually smooth, and then that would probably make it more appetizing. So there is that. I feel like there's like a third thing in there, but yeah. You know what's interesting is I do eat my, whenever we make mac and cheese at home, which is actual cheese cubes with macaroni. There's no sauce, it is just melted cheese and macaroni. I also add sriracha, but that's because I like to cut through the fattiness with the hot sauce and not because I'm trying to hide any taste, because the cheese taste definitely comes through. But this one, I am going to use sriracha to hide the taste. It's like I'm going to force myself to eat the vegetables, but I can't like ditch this because there's like a lot of resources that went into it and a lot of chicken, like for me, the most important part. So I could not throw it away, but I will gladly eat it with sriracha. I'm rethinking the broccoli though. I don't know if I will be adding this broccoli in because I feel like it's just going to be like torture at that point. Like I'm just going to be adding in this other vegetable and we're not going to blend it. It's just like going to sit on top. Not like that, but in florets. So that won't really work out. I think it'll just add like a dimension that I cannot cover up. I think having, how do I say it? I think having like broccoli with mac and cheese, while I've never done it before, I'm sure it would be fine, and I was fine with the idea before. But I'm iffy about it now. I feel like, I feel like I will never make a recipe from this person again. Because this is like the second or third recipe I've made from this person that didn't work out. So now I just have extreme like distrust of this person. Oh well, it's fine. What would I make in version 2? There's like a, when I was looking up this recipe, there was like a Instagram person, influencer. She makes vegan food. And in this, wow, it looks so much like macaroni. Or it looks so much like cheese, but I'm sure that helps because it's like a blender. So she uses in hers a white onion, garlic, cauliflower, bell pepper, butternut squash, and a carrot, and then various seasonings and things to make it tasty and adding liquid. So if I had to do this again, I would do that, but now I'm kind of iffy and like probably shouldn't do this for like another year or two, but a year or two will pass by before we know it. Okay, so now I have to ask myself, do I want to put this away separate containers, or do I want to put it away in that big container right there? I think I've answered that question. I'm going to put away in the big container. Put this in the sink along with this beautiful thing. Ooh, this is not going to be easy to wash later. I'm going to have to like soak this blade in water. Oh, you know what? Never mind. The sauce is actually cleaning itself off of the blade. But just in case, I'm going to like let it sit in water. Also still have to work on more salad greens and then what goes in the salad. But those should be actually pretty easy to cut, so I'm not very worried. There was water in there because I let my chicken rest in there. Yeah, look at that. You know, the sauce actually, even though it's not, okay, I can't say sauce. The, can I actually call it sauce? I don't know. It's not any sauce I'm familiar with. It is, how do I say this? The coating, the macaroni coating looks pretty appetizing with everything else. Actually, maybe I'm just getting used to it. I don't know. It's kind of like what's that one What's that one, like, where you start falling in love with the person who kidnapped you, or like sympathizing with them? Like that thing. I feel like that's what's happening right now. Although that is a completely messed up way to describe it. Like something I didn't like, and then just getting used to it, and then eventually being like, okay, I enjoy this. You know? I will tell you what, I think a rubber spatula is not really the best way to scoop things out of a large stock pot like this, but it is what's happening. Yeah, puree, there we go. Although that sounds like baby food, but it probably is what it is. This is, a vegetable puree, and it's looking okay. I can hold this by itself. I can. Wow, I'm strong now. Oh, well, to be honest, I don't think I've ever held this, like, this pot by itself before. It's just, like, really unwieldy. Or rather, I've held it with one hand. I don't think I've done this. All right, good enough. This is supposed to be for, like, 6 servings. So that's cool. Okay, it's growing on me. So, for the lid, I will grab this and whisk it away. Oh, I don't have room. I'll leave it right here. I'm not whisking it away because I don't have room for it to be whisked away. It's gonna just chill here until it has chilled enough or cooled down enough for me to put it into the fridge. Oh, Stockholm Syndrome, that's what it is? Yeah, I'm getting Stockholm Syndrome with this vegetable puree with macaroni and chicken. Oh my gosh, okay. I still have this cheese. It's always interesting to see what's like marketed on here. So it's straightforward, it says sharp cheddar, finely shredded. And then at the top it says traditional cheeses. I don't really know what that means. Sounds like a marketing tactic. And it's it's fine. It's whatever. Okay. So, back to the lettuce. This lettuce leaf is like bad, so I'll like tear it off. But I will keep washing lettuce leaves. This lettuce leaf I've left on the floor for like 20 minutes now. I'm just gonna leave it there. We're gonna pick it up later, and I'm not gonna use it. Oops, I forgot my baskets. So, guys, since you bought, I can't remember who, your family member, an expensive knife as a gift, do you yourself use expensive knives for yourself? Words escape me. Spin the salad up. Spin up the salad. Traditional Cheeses is the name of the company. They can't call the product cheese by law. Ooh, that sounds terrible. Could be that though. Cheese product. Or like in the case of Pringles, it's like, oh gosh, what is it called? It's like dehydrated potato flakes like compressed into, or rehydrated potato flakes pressed into a shape. They can't really actually be called potato chips because they're not cut from a potato. The potato chip industry was like all over all over Pringles for that one. Okay. Tear up the lettuce leaves. I find enjoyment and happiness in calling this part of my prep while I'm hand tearing it to be like artisanal. Hand torn lettuce leaves, which really means that they're probably just not uniform. Some of them are too small, some of them are too big, and that may make it a little bit more difficult to eat the salad. But in the end, we are here with the salad greens, tearing them up. I think I legitimately don't have any more room for salad greens, so I will leave that one head of lettuce in there, and then I will use it later on in the week when I run out of salad in here. Yay, beautiful! Awesome. So now we have the salad green. Or salad greens, yeah, the salad greens, and then we're just gonna put the lid on it. This is like a container I saved from like a Costco Caesar salad, and it fits more salad greens as needed. I just need to actually fit it in the fridge. There we go, beautiful. Yes, good. Yes, good. All right. You have the 8-inch Victorinox, but you keep it sharp, and it's 90% of your cutting. Awesome. Just gonna like shake off the extra. This in here, pick up my lettuce leaf on the ground, and these other little extra pieces. This lettuce, this is like a bag of waste. This lettuce I will put in the fridge. And now we can take out some stuff to prepare it. So we're gonna take out a cucumber. And where is my red bell pepper? I also have to cook another thing of chicken, but it's marinated, and I don't really know what to do in this case. Like, well, you know, I might be able to air fry it. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to air fry. This is a little interesting, because I have the air fryer, and I wanted to use like the cast iron or maybe the Foreman grill, but I don't want to dirty another thing, and I've never air fried marinated chicken before, but I think it can be done. So I want to see what happens when I do that. I think it'll work out, because people cook with the air fryer like all the time. Like they cook with it exclusively almost, as at least from what I've learned from the internet. Okay, wash my bell pepper, wash my cucumber. Put these here. I'm gonna look up a guideline for air fryer. Oh, there we go. I muted it accidentally. Sorry about that. Okay, so I am looking up a air fryer chicken thing. 370 for 5 minutes. Remove from air fryer basket, leave room, spray. back for 10 minutes. Chicken is done when temperature reaches 160. Okay. Thankfully, my chicken breasts are like filleted, so it should be quicker to cook them. The thing is, they are in like a certain kind of marinade. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I overcooked. Look at this. That is my carrot. Maybe my carrots were overly roasted. That's a possibility as to why things didn't work out exactly the way I wanted them to for that vegetable puree. All right, this is a marinade of Thai red curry paste and a fat, which is Greek yogurt. I'm just gonna grab it and put it in our lovely air fryer here. Ooh, it very much smells like Greek yogurt. Like that is the primary smell. All right, we got a chicken breast in there. That is the only chicken breast that's gonna fit in there, by the way. Nothing else. I was supposed to salt this earlier when I was marinating it, but I will do so now. I'll just like press the salt in there, I guess. There we go. Okay. All right. We shall let that do its thing and check on it a little bit later. I will wash my hand and then we will cut up our vegetables. I think doing it in the air fryer is going to be easier too because I don't have to like really monitor it. I mean, I will, but I feel like it will, I don't know. It'll be okay. I don't have to check on it that much compared to other cooking. Maybe I'm just fooling myself because I don't really know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, what are you doing, Stepbro? How are you? How has your weekend gone? Mine was pretty dang good. And very, I wouldn't say relaxing, but good for me to like, I guess, recover this week because I had like a long, stressful week last week. So the weekend was very much needed. I am peeling the skin off this cucumber. To me, the skin is not super pleasant. Unless you're like eating like a pickled cucumber. Not like a pickle, but like, let's say like a Korean pickled cucumber. Those are super good. Not the prettiest peel, but it works. It works. Trust me. Let's take the rest of these. Put it in our little waste bag. I didn't actually think about where I would put this once I cut it up. The nice thing about my shoddy peeling is that it has like, it's not rolling. It's like a polygonal object now. Hey, Lavender, you don't see anything wrong? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to store these in, because they're going to be salad ingredients basically. I want to store them properly. I probably should have cleaned this cutting board off the extra chicken pieces, but too late now. Do I want them in smaller pieces? You know what? I'll just make them like this. I'm going to make them in larger chunks. Okay. So this will be salad ingredients. Here. And then our container is full. So we're going to switch to a different container and we'll put some, what are those things called? Bell pepper in there. Carefully so I don't disturb the seed pod. It's like extracting, I'm like extracting the seeds right now. I feel like it's a delicate operation. Look at that. I think we have like two seeds left over, but I think otherwise we did a pretty good job there. Am I Thai? I am not Thai. I am Filipino, but I will try to eat like as many different foods as I want to. And the only thing that makes this a Thai chicken salad is, what is it? What did we do with this? I had like some Thai red curry paste in the fridge and I flavored my chicken with that. And that is what's going to make it Thai. But I did look up like a recipe with Thai chicken salad and the suggestion was to add these things inside to add these items in the salad, as well as having like a dressing that they recommended, and pineapple was the thing, adding pineapple. So I did buy a pineapple, but I realized I didn't really want pineapple in my salad, so I just bought pineapple and I'll cut it up when it's more ripe, and I will eat those just separately. Hi, El Jaibon Loco, what's up? Filipino food is fire. Yes. So, oh, lavender, sorry. What I'm making is, I've already made one thing, but I'm kind of iffy on recommending it. So, hold on, my thing doesn't, like my little stream deck doesn't work properly anymore. So this was supposed to be a special macaroni and cheese. I don't know if you can, maybe on camera it kind of looks like mac and cheese, but in person it doesn't. Really what it is, it's like a vegetable puree with some cheese, and then it still has macaroni. There's also chicken in it. For that, how do I describe it? I was supposed to, or I did, but it just didn't work out that way. I roasted cauliflower and roasted carrots. The carrots might have been over roasted, by the way. And combined that with milk, the pasta water from the macaroni, and some cheese, like maybe 7 ounces of cheese. Blended that up. I used my immersion blender, so it wasn't powerful enough to make it smooth. But I don't think I have a blender, but it's not powerful enough, period. So I don't think it was gonna make that smooth either. So it's kind of just like very textured. I wouldn't say chunky anymore, just textured. And the texture is really throwing me off, and the flavor is not quite right. Like it still tastes okay, but it's not something you would call macaroni and cheese. So there's that. So I will eat this by hiding it under sriracha. So there's that. But it looks pretty nice on camera, I think. And then the other thing I'm making is a salad with Thai chicken. And the Thai chicken is like chicken that's marinated with red curry paste and not sour cream, Greek yogurt, just to like help keep that on there better. Like kind of make it like a paste or like a glue to stick it on to the chicken. That is in the air fryer currently, and if it works properly then I'll be super happy. If not, I guess I'll still cook the other chicken in there because I feel like it would have to be cooked pretty badly for me to be upset with the quality of the cook. I was very impressed though with how well the vegetables air fried in there, because usually I'm like, oh, they have to be in a single layer, but no, I didn't put them in a single layer. I just dumped them in there and my air fryer did the thing. That's good. I also have this broccoli that I was going to add as like a topping for this macaroni cheese thing, but I can't bear to add more vegetables to it anymore, so that's just sitting there until I put it away. So those are the two things I have planned for this evening. Vegetable coating. That's a good way to put it, unfortunately. Hey Arctic, how are you doing? I'm quite warm, although it is starting to feel a little bit cool. I'm just gonna check on my chicken. It doesn't really look different. It's like, it's kind of like white. I'm gonna flip it over though, meaning I'm just gonna use a fork in this case. Ooh, gross. It has the, did any of you ever watch Westworld? It has the pattern of the, like, not the Westworld logo, but like the circular maze thing. It has that pattern on it right now because the bottom where the vents are have that pattern-ish. It's like circular and it looks like a maze. It's really weird, but it's like imprinted on my chicken. Okay. Oh man, how has my day been? Thanks for asking. Hold on. As I try to remember what I did today, I can tell you what I did yesterday. Had a birthday party thing. It was like a charcuterie board tapas thing with my friends, and we had such fun with it. There were some party games we played. One of them was we played 2 Jackbox party games. One of them was Murder Trivia Party, and then the other one was TKO, so it's like a t-shirt. We also played like a physical party game, which is, or like an in-person. What is the opposite of virtual? In person? Yeah, we'll say in person because physical sounds weird in context of games with people. An in-person game, which is called, I think it's called Poetry for Neanderthals, if I'm correct. It's made by the people who made, oh gosh, what is that name? I really don't remember the other game. But it's like a kitten, well, Exploding Kittens. They made that game too. So, this Poetry for Neanderthals game, if I'm remembering the name correctly, basically, you get, excuse me, you get a card, and it has 2 words or 2 phrases on there. One of them is 1 point and the other one is 3 points, depending on what you can get your team member to like say and or figure out. And you're supposed to describe the word to them without obviously using the words, and you have to do it in single syllables. So for example, I'm trying to think of one that we had last night. Let's say the word was peace, P-E-A-S. Wow, that is not spelling right. P-E-A-C-E, the word peace. And then the 3-point word was peacemaker. I gave up on peacemaker. I couldn't figure that one out. But the word peace. So, how would you describe peace, like, to someone in single words? You know, I can't remember, to be quite honest, but it's very difficult. And then if you use more than 1 syllable to describe your word, then you have this inflatable, like, club, like, as if you're Neanderthals, and then you're supposed to, like, hit your friend with it. Not hard, but it was pretty funny. So, there was that. And there were just, like, some funny, very ridiculous moments that it's always fun to, like, you know, have an inside joke that, like, carries on, right? Well, I guess that's the point of an inside joke, right? Like, it carries on. It has a life of its own. There was, like, one phrase that a friend said while they were playing this Neanderthal game, and then we used that phrase in the next game that we played on Jackbox, which was the TKO, where you create a t-shirt with a drawing and then a phrase, or you, like, pair them up or something. So, yeah, it's pretty good. So, yeah, but I'm trying to think now what peace was. Oh, I said, we, not war, we want, and then hopefully your friends or whoever you're playing with is like, oh, I figured out the word, it's peace, right? And then there's a timer and stuff like that. So, yeah. Also, bonus points, not really bonus points, but it's more fun if you actually talk like a Neanderthal. You'd like, we want No more. Well, you can't say only because that's 2 syllables. So anyway, that one's pretty good. Nice. Ooh, the chicken looks tasty and it feels really juicy, but I also am like worried. I'm gonna check the temperature of the chicken. Okay, 139 is the temperature. Let it keep cooking. Trying to like turn off the thermometer. It doesn't want to turn off, but it's okay. It was fun, and like honestly, people will have so much fun playing it. That's why it exists as a game, in my opinion. Okay, so anything else? Oh, I wanted to add onion. I've had this onion for like 2 weeks. I wanted to add onion to my salad, but I kind of don't want to cut it because I don't want to cry. Despite having a sharp knife, I still cried when I cut onions this weekend, so that was kind of sad, but it's not the end of the world. Do I have to prepare anything else? What? Oh, you all want to see origami in a box? It'll be better if she's in the box because that way I don't have to actually put her fur on my arms. Origami, come here. I'm training her to get in her box, and she's pretty good at it. Okay, get in the box. Ori, get in the box. I have to do it like over here because that's where she's used to it. All right, good girl. She has 2 of her front paws in the box. This sound you're hearing is me slapping the base of her tail. I call it petting, but really it's not. It's because she likes to be pet this way, I promise. I'm trying, now all 4 of her paws are in here, and basically I pet her like this so that she lies down in the box. And now I'm just gonna keep petting her until she's good to go, and I'm gonna lift the box. All right, we're coming back stream. So some of you already seen Ori in the box. It's not a new gimmick, but here she is. Huh. It says property of origami on here, if you can see that. And it's great because instead of, she's like an eye thing. Okay. Instead of, like carrying her with my arms completely, then that way her fur doesn't transfer to my sweaty arms. Because I feel like that's all I do lately. I just sweat. Then she stays in the box, and then we both stay relatively cool, I guess. I'm not sure. Also, it's cool because I can actually feel her purring through the box, which is unusual because I never really hear her purr because she purrs really quietly. So you have to like place your ear on her body to hear her purr. But because she's in this box, it's like you can feel it ever so slightly. So yes. Yeah, I have a cat in a box. It's origami in a box, huh, Ori? My other cat is here. She's like, I want attention too. But I can't pick her up. She would have to jump on me in order to get attention. So we're just waiting for the chicken to cook now. I'm just going to give her head pets. So basically when I pet origami, I'll pet her like where her tail is, which is here. And then I'll just do this. Right? And then she really likes that. But I feel like I'm going to drop the box by doing that. Hey, Halloween Spooketh. Thank you so much. Her name is Origami. She has little white feet, as you can tell, maybe. And she has confined herself in this box so she can get all the attention because she loves attention. Oh yeah, can you see her toe beans? I'm not actually sure if you can. But yeah, you can see her toe beans. They're like pink and black. That's the color of her toe beans. Huh, Ori? Two beans, two beans, two beans, two beans. Ooh, she is like so relaxed. As she opens her eyes, I can see her third eyelid, which is kind of messed up looking actually, but it's there. It exists. My arm is getting tired, but can you see her eyes are like closing? Well, now they're not, but yeah. Ooh, ooh, my wrist doesn't feel good. Put 5 minutes left on that chicken. I can see her fur going everywhere. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm gonna put her down. And put her back. I can put the box anywhere, but I don't want to put the box everywhere. I like to keep it specifically in our living room. Boop. And you can stay back there. And there's minimal cat hair. There is some though, inevitably, but it's minimal. Taking this off to check on the chicken. Una más. Surprised it is still not like at temperature yet. Like, wait, that was weird. Like part of it was, part of it wasn't. 150. I feel like I'm getting a lot of juice out of this, which I don't want. I don't want to like pierce the juice out of it. Can use another one of these containers. I think we're good. I think we are good to go. There was a pattern I was talking about on this chicken, right? So, I don't know if you can tell. There's a pattern on the chicken, like in the center, because of the way that, like, the chicken that was sitting on there, and then, like, as it was cooking, I'm, like, scraping off that pattern now, basically. Although it did have, like, this was, what do you call it? Like, a marinade, so that's probably what's scraping off right now. I do want to try it. I'm glad. It is flavorful. It is flavorful. I think I would add more salt to the next one because I do have another chicken breast to cook. So we'll go ahead and do that. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Put this in the trash can. Ah, shoot. Hold on. There is stuff on the trash can. Annoyed. Why is it here? Okay. I'm gonna add seasoning to the chicken. Don't be afraid to like overdo it because it's a whole chicken breast, you know? I won't add pepper, I don't think it needs it. But I will spray it again on top, which I did not do earlier. Alrighty. So, go ahead and start that. Excellent. All right, well, we're in our final stage of cooking here. I have the chicken over there that is doing a rest. And I just realized that I probably should have stored, like I have several ingredients, right? I have cucumber, I have this cut up bell pepper, I'm gonna have onion cut up as well, I have chicken, and I have them all in different containers, but I don't think that's a great idea because then I have to open a bunch of containers to assemble my salad. What can I do here? I don't want to I want the cucumber on its own because the water it releases, I don't want it on all the other ingredients. But maybe I can put the onion in the same container as the bell pepper, and the chicken still has to be its own container basically. What is Mr. Adam White? I thought that for a second it was really difficult for me to read your name. I thought it was like Madam because of the R was invisible to me. But anyway, it's fine. The temperature is fine. It just needs to rest. But it doesn't look really great in color, to be perfectly honest. Like it doesn't look as appetizing, but it's okay. Because it's all going to be mixed up with the salad anyway. So what it looks like right now is of little consequence. All right, so now we're going to work on the onion. It's not going to be fun because I'm sure I'm going to cry. But start by removing the onion skin. And like the outermost layer of the red onion. This part I probably should have sliced off. It's like I'm taking it off in pieces and it's not really fun to do this. I would have preferred to take it off in 1 or 2 larger pieces. Okay, now we're going to take all that waste and put it in our waste bagaroni. Yes, all right, nice and clean. This here, just cut some off. I will need less onion than I think, probably. I'm just gonna like slice it really thinly so it's still edible in the salad. Part of the onion looked a little suspicious. Ooh, my eyes are starting to feel stingy. Okay. An important part would be to like break apart the little onion so that when I put it in my salad, it will be in these like individual pieces instead of like large pieces that I don't want to eat, but instead smaller, manageable. Do I have any tips for making a good salad? Trying to eat more salad. I'm not sure which ingredients are the best to use. That is a super great question. And honestly, I think that question is not best answered by me, although I will give you what I have done recently. But there is a YouTuber. His name is Internet Shaquille. I know, I don't know what the origin of that name is. But either way, very memorable at least, right? So Internet Shaquille. And he has a video, and I think it's called How to Eat More Salads or something like that. Or if you just look up like salad and Internet Shaquille, I'm sure you'll find it. It's a recent video. And he goes over the different ways that you can enjoy a salad. And some of them are not even greens-based salads. One of them is like a bread salad. And I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing. But yeah, it's a salad, all right. So you can do that. But I will also share that what I have enjoyed in my salads is texture. Finding like the right dressing, I have like 1 or 2 dressings I really, really like. You can make your own dressing, but I found that for these dressings, I'd rather just buy it. One of them is like a creamy, it's like a Japanese dressing. It's like a miso sesame dressing, something like that, I think. At the very least, sesame. So that there's that, and it's like brown and it's creamy, and it is super tasty on salads. You could just like have like a generic like salad mix, add that, and then you are good to go. You can just eat that. Although that probably wouldn't be very nutritious because all you're doing is like salad greens and dressing. So to make it a full meal, you could add chicken, you could add tofu, you could add shrimp, you know, whatever. So there's that. It is like more Asian in flavor. So if you don't want that, then something else I've liked recently is like a balsamic vinaigrette, which is balsamic vinegar, olive oil, garlic, mustard, salt and pepper. Super simple, or you could just buy it. And I like adding texture in my salad now, so like croutons are super good. You could add like raisins, like dried fruit. Yeah, I like having like maybe even finding the right salad green for you if you want to eat greens in your salads specifically and not like bread salad like I mentioned. You can do like, I really like arugula, but I don't buy arugula that much because I don't want to eat it in a salad that often. I just want to eat it once in a while. So I found that the thing I really like is basically anything that doesn't contain spinach. And most salad mixes contain spinach, so I don't buy salad mixes anymore. For the last like few weeks, I've just been buying like romaine lettuce, and then I just use a salad spinner and then go with that. How tasty would I say? Like tasty with the stuff I made, or what exactly? I'm not sure what the question is. Or like, how can you make a tasty salad? Because tastes vary by person, right? I'm also trying to think like, what else do I need to do here? I'm gonna put this onion away, and I ended up cutting like the perfect amount of onion, at least to fit in that container, and that looks like enough onion to feed me for the next 5 days. So that's perfect. I'm gonna put this in a Ziploc. I was gonna put it in a container, but I have a feeling I will not be able to fit it in the fridge. And I think it's time for me to put my vegetable puree macaroni and chicken. That's what we're gonna rename it. Vegetable puree macaroni and chicken. I gotta figure out how I can put it in the fridge. We're gonna play some Tetris because I have some leftovers from my friend's party yesterday, and they're like just in plastic bags. They're like haphazardly strewn all over this fridge of mine. Let's see. I have like 1 egg in this carton of eggs. I have like some smoked salmon. I have something called rambutan. Okay, perfect. So I'll put this back here. And then my salad greens can be moved. On top of that, I'm playing fridge Tetris, everybody. Please bear with me as I deal with this. Let's see, put the rambutan here, put those here. I'm going to just close the fridge, deal with the rest a little later. Yes. Was it? My bad, Redland, sorry. If you have another question, I'll try to answer it. Yeah, but Halloween Spooketh should... Oh, also, because your name is Halloween Spooketh, there is a calendar I bought. It hasn't come in yet, but I hope you'll be around to see it when I do have it in preparation for Halloween. Okay, Origami, I know. My cat's here. You can hear her meowing, right? If your name is Origami, say meow. She's just there, like, Her back is to me, and then her tail is wagging. Like, I expect you to pet me now. Come on, meow. Oh. She looks at me. Oh, there you go. Now you're meowing. Too bad. This is saying, turn the food. Okay, where is my fork? Okay. Let that keep cooking. I think my chicken has rested, so I'm gonna go forth and cut it up. At one point, I was able to like say that little song, if your name is origami, say meow, and then she would meow at the right time. But it was like 40-60 with 40% of the time working and 60% of the time it didn't work. So I had to be quite careful. Like, if it looked like she was gonna meow, that's when I would do it. So basically, she was training me to do that. But we haven't done it in a while. Instead, her current thing is that she gets into her little plastic box, and we had it earlier on stream, but I am cutting chicken right now, so I'm not going to do that. But if my cat still wants to join the stream, what I'll do is I'll ask her to go inside her box. She will go inside the box, and then we will show you a cat in a box. Looks like this chicken is perfectly cooked. Oh, so juicy. It's actually perfect. Some of these chicken pieces, too large. What I think is important here that's missing though, is that it's not seasoned enough. Like the outside has flavor, but the inside doesn't. And now that I've cut it up, it's like very clear. So I probably should have put more red curry paste. I could probably, well, I would want to cook the curry paste. And what I might, no, that's stupid, because what I could have done is maybe I could have like sauteed it in a pan and then add more curry paste to let the curry paste cook with the chicken. But now the chicken is cooked. So if I try to cook it with more curry paste or cook it at all, then it will be overcooked and I will be quite sad. So we cannot do that at all. But I think that'll be it for my stream, to be honest. I have the chicken cut up. There's more chicken cooking, but it's not really going to be anything new to show you once it's out of there. I have most of my ingredients prepped for my salad. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I didn't make a salad dressing. I'm going to do that now because even though I could do it later, I will most likely forget, and then I will be without salad dressing for my salad. So we need Greek yogurt. We need